Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Disgaea 2! Today, before continuing through Alche City, I have a bill that I want to propose here, because once Adell becomes a senator, then he has some influence over certain bills, and I would like to increase that influence as much as I can whenever I get the money to handle that. But it looks like I've got most of these guys on my side already anyway. I mean, I might look for like some must-haves or must-have-nots or something, but fortunately when you just bribe one, all the others kind of get in line there. Any other must-haves? There we are. Let's see, not many of the Mothmen, so we should be good. Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh. It's gonna be close. Ha-ha! Gotcha! Alright, easy enough there. So basically what that does is it increases Adell's influence when trying to pass bills as a senator. That's why you got this Attend the Dark's Assembly there for Adell, so that way he can sit in on some bills. Uh-oh. That guy is a problem, because he always wants a certain kind of item, and those are usually not the cheap items, so that could really screw me over. But we'll see, Let's see, okay. But really, I'm not going to go through this too quickly here. Okay, how are you guys doing? As long as I got the wood golems, I think I'm pretty good. And hopefully the legendary just won't screw me over. Although he is right next to a bunch of my golems, so that could be a problem. Oh, or not. We got it anyway! Hooray! Let's see, I think we can do it one more time there. And this isn't really important right now, but it's more important for some other bills that I want to pass down the road. Man, I don't even need to bribe these guys anymore. All you need are the wood golems and Mothmen on your side, and you're pretty good. I think that's all of them. Let me double check that, though. Yeah, so once you do that, you have an influence of 120. So that's a little more than what you would get with... or that's more influence than a wood golem would have, so that helps us out a little bit later on. But anyway, okay, yeah, let's head on into Alche City. Or back to Alche City. How can we see anything around here if none of the light posts are on? Well, I guess the place is kind of abandoned or something. Are you guys gonna actually do anything, or just awkwardly stare at each other?
If we met my fake father, what is my real father doing? It seems unlikely, but do you suppose he may have been tricked by the faker and is in prison somewhere?
Wouldn't we know about that then?
You're thinking too hard. I doubt Xenon would ever be defeated by a fake version of himself.
Maybe the fake Xenon used to work for the real one.
Chances are, the fake was probably just a double to fool assassins, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no one knew he was around to begin with for quite a while.
That would make sense.
At least from other worlds, anyway.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out more after we summon the strongest demon in the world.
How do we know that's even gonna work?
Are you sure? Once we do summon my father, what are we going to do next?
We're just gonna find him and bring him back. Not find him and kill him, no.
Well?
Maybe point him in the direction of the fake Xenon and take him out.
I'll know when the time comes. Look, you want to meet your real father, right? You will meet him, just as I promised.
I won't hold my breath. After all, you failed when you summoned me.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I suppose we don't really have a better option. Whoa, magic knights, or rune knights, whatever you want to call them. And those guys are pretty strong, but just not in this battle. Now, what I want to do to start out here is there's some treasure over there, and I'll have Rosalind take care of that with her, what is that one called? Rose Thorns. Now, this battle here is what I consider to be the first really good grinding map in the game, because a lot of these guys are, well, all of them, are on these experience boosting tiles. And some of them are level 32, about half of those guys. And if you pass 8 stronger enemy builds, which increases the level of all the enemies that you fight, it'll increase them to level 99. And if you recall from the first game, that means that they give a lot more experience than they otherwise would. For some reason, like if they're level 99, they'll give out the experience of like a level 300 enemy or something in that neighborhood. Actually, you know what? As long as I'm gonna try and hit all these guys. Yeah, let's just go with that. Oh, wow. I'm surprised you dealt that amount of damage. Holy cow. Okay, let's see. I could probably go with the Blade Rush. I wasn't planning on it, but I didn't expect wind to deal that much damage. But okay, we're doing pretty good. How are you doing on mana there? Okay. I want to get her up to 500 eventually, but we're not going to be doing that in this battle. That's okay. Let's see, can I hit the one over there? I could, but a regular attack probably wouldn't be enough. Let's see if I can get some work for Delta Splits. Come on. Can I do it? No! Okay, so let's go with that for now. I'm gonna have to lift her up and throw her out of the way because, well, you see those red piles there. If you're between there and the base panel, the other enemies will get the idea that they can actually try and kill you. And yeah, I don't want them to have that impression yet. Another thing I could do to kill these guys is use like Asteroid Drop or Lion's Roar, things like that, that would actually hit most of them anyway. Wow, a lot of these guys are weak to ice. Okay, well, let's have Lloyd soften them up first. It's a good star spell this time around. Whoa! Yeah, calm down there, Lloyd. Okay, how many can I kill? Looks like just 2, probably. Yeah, let's go after the skulls there. So yeah, this map is going to be the first one that I use for my grinding in the post-game there. So it's a real easy way of getting characters up to... I could probably get them up to level 200. So, and that's a good start before going into the item world and starting to really max out your characters, or at least as much as can be expected. Haha! Gotcha. Laser rifle? Well, holy cow. What is this, the future? Where are all the phaser guns?
Hey, Director, what's the hippity? Why'd you call ADH out here?
Well, about your poster there, Axel.
I'm sorry, but I just got cast to be the lead in this new movie, and my new album's dropping in 3 weeks.
What is with that poster anyway? What were you doing in there? Melting? Or was it raining or something? Or you just take a shower?
Darling, hey, you've changed.
What do you mean by that?
Changed? ADH didn't change. ADH is keeping it real, old school style, yo.
But this is the second game in the series.
What part of this is the Dark Hero? Now you're ADH, the pop hero.
Well, they had J-pop in the first game. I like the theme song that he has.
The soul of the Dark Hero. The Dark Hero was the master of evil. He was the poster boy for bad intentions.
Well, he did try to kill us several times.
You're not in touch with the in crowd. You don't understand the evolution.
Oh, well, okay.
I see.
Good for you.
Well, then I guess there's nothing more to say, Axel. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Good luck with your movie.
Aren't you a director, though? Couldn't you direct the movie?
ADH, you're needed on the set. Please assume your role as melancholy alien Lala.
What is this? The Adventures of Lolo?
Cheerio, I'm on my way. La la.
No, that's another game, viewers. God, I'm old. But, okay, we're done there. Let's see, did I get anything interesting? Oh yeah, the laser sword. Ah, just looking at the flavor text there. You should take a look at the flavor text, the various equipment as you're going through the game and all that. But I like the Godfather. It'll make an offer you can't refuse, or something like that. But okay, yeah, let's continue looking for Etna around here somewhere.
Hey, Hanako, don't you think that fake Xenon was kind of weird?
What do you mean?
Weird? What do you mean?
Quit doing that to me, game.
Well, he seemed to know who Princess was, and he talked to her like her real dad would.
Well, maybe he's an imposter. Or a spy.
That's true. And when Rosie called him father, he didn't say, "I'm not your father."
So?
Something else was strange, Sam. Though I can't remember very much of my childhood, I thought he looked familiar.
Aren't you still a child? You look like one.
That's why I thought he was the real Xenon. But he was fake, Sam.
Maybe a shadow double.
But he talked like he knew the Snow Clan intimately, Sam.
Maybe he does, or did work for the real Overlord Xenon.
Now I'm really confused, Sam.
Maybe once he got everything running smoothly, controlling everything from the shadows, maybe then he decided to take over.
I too thought he was the Overlord Xenon, but of course I have never met him before.
Has anyone met him?
Those masked people were calling the fake one Overlord Xenon too, therefore I thought he was the real one. Oh, my head, she starts to whirl. Let's sigh.
Who do you think you are, Pepe Le Pew? Well, not too far off. Whoa! Those guys that are immune to wind again. But is Overlord Xenon really coming back to life? Find out next time on Let's Play Disgaea 2! This is H.G. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!